Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the June 9th. Man, that's hard to believe it's June already. Was getting used to saying May. Anyways, welcome to the June 9th, 2025 meeting of the Orlando City Council. We're going to begin the proceedings today with the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Commissioner Tony Ortiz.
Thank you, Mayor. Let's bow our heads and put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for allowing us to meet today in order to address the needs of our community, to communicate and collaborate with each other, our staff, the members of the City of Orlando government, other governments, the business community, every resident that we represent, and even those that we don't represent, but just as well need our assistance. We thank you for entrusting us with the responsibility of representing our city people as we seek for better opportunities to keep enhancing our quality of life while maintaining law and order as a first priority. We thank you for your gifts and blessings. We thank you for being so patient and merciful. Now we ask you to watch over every member of our community, to bless us with wisdom in order for us to do what is pleasing to you and lead our community according to your wishes and not ours. We ask you for discernment so we will recognize what could be damaging to us and those we work with or represent. Dear Lord, we ask you to protect our community from all harms, especially this horrible plague, coronavirus that still hunts us. Please give us the strength to persevere in these tough times and allow us to overcome adversity. And finally, we ask you to continue giving us a spirit of cooperation in order for us to address the everyday challenges in a positive manner, always eager to help. We ask you all this in the precious name of Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll and make a determination of a quorum, please?
Commissioner Gray?
Here.
Commissioner Ortiz?
Here.
Commissioner Stewart?
Here.
Commissioner Sheehan? Here. Interim Commissioner Rose? Here. Commissioner Burns?
Here.
Mayor Dyer?
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum with all members present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. First order of business is consideration of the minutes from the workshop agenda review and City Council meetings of May 19, 2025. Motion by Commissioner Ortiz. Second by Commissioner Sheehan. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and so the motion carries. Okay, awards, presentations, and recognitions. On June the 1st, a member of our City Council hit an impressive milestone. Commissioner Sheehan, congratulations on reaching 25 years of service with the City of Orlando. Commissioner Sheehan is now the longest serving elected official in our city's history who served our community with great passion and commitment, ensuring Orlando is welcoming to all. Now I'm going to present you with your service award. Before I do that, I want to read the certificate of appreciation. Can I have the certificate of appreciation? We've redone these most recently.
Okay.
Commissioner, thank you for your 25 years of dedicated service to the City of Orlando. Your hard work has helped ensure that the City of Orlando has been able to continue to provide key municipal services and programs people in our community depend on each day. Over the years, your dedication, professionalism, and care have played a role in moving Orlando forward. Our entire community is grateful for your quarter century of service and joins you in celebrating this meaningful milestone.
Oh, thanks.
Come on in.
Good with my chair, Jim. That's fine.
Oh, thank you. Oh, sure, thanks.
Well, thank you, Mayor Dyer, and I just want one edit. If it could say Patty instead of Patricia, only the nuns called me that, Stephanie. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, I just want to say thanks to everybody. And you know, this this council has been a pleasure working with every single one of you. Mayor Dyer, I nipped you by a couple of years, but it's been an honor working with you as well. And I just want to thank all the city staff, because you all make us look good every single day. And it's your hard work, from picking up the trash to making sure when you flush the toilets that's go away, to code enforcement, to all the things that you do, and you never get any thanks. I just want to say thank you, because it has been the honor and privilege of my life to work with all of you. And a lot of you have become my close friends and family, and I just want to say thank you so much to all of you, because it's really been an honor, and I never thought I'd ever be in politics. I thought I was going to make art, and I kind of fell into this role, and it's been the hardest job I've ever loved. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Sheehan. Okay, let's go into the mayor's update, and it's fitting that we're recognizing Commissioner Sheehan in June, since it is Pride Month, and she has certainly been an LGBTQ plus trailblazer in Orlando. And this month, our community reaffirms its commitment to the work to ensure that all people are valued, seen, and heard, and continue to show the power of love and unity in Orlando. It's also why on June the 19th, it's a holiday for city employees. Juneteenth marks the end of slavery in the United States in 1865. Texas was the last state to find out that slavery had been abolished in the United States, and that's why we commemorate Juneteenth. At the same time, we recognize this is also a difficult week. Thursday will mark 9 years since the Pulse tragedy. I want to invite the community to the annual remembrance ceremony at 5:30 p.m. on Thursday at First United Methodist Church in downtown. And although time has passed, our community is still offering love and hope to the families of the victims and the survivors and everybody impacted. And we continue to move forward on the creation of a permanent memorial at the Pulse site. And we hope that'll soon be a place that pays tribute to the 49 lives that were taken and help those that were directly impacted in our entire community to honor them each day and to move ahead with the healing process. And then lastly, I want to mention, since we met last, we've had to suspend our WMBE program. We've had a long-standing commitment to that program. It was in place before I got here. We fine-tuned it and used that for at least the last 22 years to help small local businesses. And every day we get up and we get a new executive order out of the federal government that affects us in one way or another, it seems. So there was recently new language that was added to all of the federal grants that I have to sign for that requires the city to certify that the city does not operate any programs that favor anyone based on race and gender. And as you know, commissioners, both the airport, which I have to sign for, and the city relies on federal grants for our operations, from public safety to transportation to housing, and usually it's over $20 million. During COVID, one year it was $58 million, so it's an important part of our budget. Because this new language was added, our city attorney recommended that we pause our WMBE. Gennaro had already been looking at how we might modify it based on the times that we have. So we are going to come up with some additional new recommendations on how to support our local and small businesses. That remains a priority, and we have engaged a nationally recognized expert to help us with that, and staff will be meeting with each of you to get your thoughts and ideas related to that. Okay, with that, let's move to the consent agenda. Consent agenda is a number of items that are acted upon through a single vote of council. We give each of our commission members an opportunity to comment on items on the consent agenda, as well as update you on important happenings in their districts. We rotate the order that we do that, and Commissioner Ortiz is first up. Commissioner.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me start by once again congratulating Commissioner Sheehan. That's a milestone, Commissioner Sheehan. So congratulations. I know that there's a lot of people that you have touched in those 25 years. So. And I've been one of those. Oh. Thank you. Mayor, to kind of go along with the words you were just talking about, MWB, we should not stand on the sidelines of this while an imposition of unfair practices are being placed upon us and our communities. And I'm glad that you have decided to go ahead and do some more research and our staff, because this is not fair for our community, it's not fair for our economy, and I think there's a lot of companies that are being affected by it, and we need to continue fighting for what is right for our community. So whatever, in whichever way we can assist you, please let us know, because we're there for this particular mission here. Anyhow, on events in my district, May 20th is the second to last session of the Government Academy. Students gain insight on May 20th, I'm sorry. Students gain insight into the roles and responsibilities of Orlando's Office of Sustainability and the Property Appraiser's Office. The session highlighted several impactful initiatives led by the Office of Sustainability, including programs aimed at bridging the digital divide by providing free devices and internet access to underserved communities. Students also explore the wide range of property tax exemptions available through the Property Appraiser's Office, which is another big subject in Tallahassee, all designed to help residents lower their tax burden and better understand their property assessments. On the morning of May 22nd in Apopka, a significant milestone in the quest for affordable housing was reached. I had the privilege of attending the groundbreaking ribbon cutting and shovel ceremony alongside Mayor Demings. The MIRA, which will offer affordable rental homes for 300 families, and the Stillwaters, providing affordable housing for 180 seniors households, are two adjacent new developments that mark a hopeful step forward in addressing housing needs. In the morning of May 23rd, what's wrong with this mic? Do I just have to get really close to it? Okay. It's not working. I'll go a cappella, don't matter. On the morning of May 23rd, I also attended the Puerto Rican Summit, where I had the opportunity to lead a workshop titled Doing Business with the City of Orlando. During the session, participants gained valuable insight into how local businesses can collaborate with city departments, access procurement of opportunities, and strengthen their capacities for growth. Later that same day, I attended the Memorial Day ceremony at Greenwood Cemetery, where we paid tribute to heroic men and women who gave their lives in service to our country. It was a powerful reminder of the sacrifice made to protect our freedoms and the enduring legacy of those we honor. So thank you, staff, mayor, all the attendees. It was a very emotional and great event. In terms of the Government Academy, May 27, the Government Academy concluded on the evening of May 27, wrapping up with an in-depth look at the critical operations that help keep our community safe, specifically those carried out by the Orlando Fire Department and the Emergency Operations Center. Students learned about the OFD wide-ranging responsibilities, from hazardous materials response and arson and bombs investigations to complex technical rescues in high angles and confined spaces. The session also provided insight into the vital work of the EOC, where 13 departments collaborate around the clock to manage 911 communications, respond to surf weather events, and coordinate large-scale public gatherings. The program concluded with a guide tour of the 911 call center, offering students a unique behind-the-scenes look at its essential role in emergency response. Spanish language session of the Government Academy is to begin in August. The morning of May 28th, we completed phase 2 of the Palm Gardens renovation and celebrated the milestone with a ribbon cutting ceremony. Congratulations, Commissioner Stewart and Mayor and the whole staff. 55 new Palm Gardens units were dedicated to supporting our workforce and homeless community in partnership with the Orange County School Board and One Stop Housing. On May 29th, we hosted a special community meeting dedicated to the residents of Dover Shores to discuss several important concerns. Topics included updates on the South Conway Road Improvements Project, coyote sighting, pet safety, and feeding stray cats. We also provided crime prevention updates, introduced our new police liaison, and shared plans to clean the Conway Road while following the road resurfacing. Keeping residents informed about critical projects and neighborhood changes is essential to maintaining strong community relations. The morning of May 31st, I was honored to speak at the Asamblea Nacional to TOS event, which focus on delivering crucial information and support to individuals navigating the complexities of immigration. The event served as an important resource for those seeking guidance and connections within the community. The evening of June 5th, my team attended the Candlewick East HOA meeting, where the majority of the discussion focused on concerns about the fence surrounding the La Costa wetlands. On June 5th to the 7th, I traveled to Charlotte Harbor to attend the Florida League of Cities Board of Directors meeting, where we reviewed budget proposals and discussed business and construction updates, and addressed property tax matters and issues going on in Tallahassee still with the legislature. June 7th, I traveled to Hollywood, Florida to attend the 68th annual gala for the swearing-in of the new president. I wanted to congratulate Councilwoman Denise Horland, which is the new president of the Broward League of Cities. And with that, that's all I have for today, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Stewart.
That's all you have? Man. Let me first say congratulations, Patty. 25 years is a wonderful milestone, and you have served with honesty and integrity, and I appreciate that. Commissioner Ortiz mentioned the Palm Gardens Orlando ribbon cutting, opened up the back section of that, and I want to make sure I say this properly. And I didn't get a chance to do this properly, so I'm going to do it in here. That wouldn't have happened without your leadership, Mayor. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. The idea of us taking the extra money, the ARPA money from the feds, and being able to use that and invest that into affordable housing was an idea that required a great deal of leadership and strength, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate that personally. It means a great deal to me. Thank you very much. A couple of things I want to share with you. The Ivanhoe Village had their State of the Village a couple of weeks ago. It came out that they were doing a great job over there. They made a little bit of money with their little auction that they had, but the most important part, they got the community together, and I appreciate the leadership of Alex Englert over there. I want to say congratulations to a small little company in town that has a lot of impact, Universal. They've just completed their $7 billion project, and I'm telling you, it is going to be incredible this summer. I think it's going to drive all of us crazy, and I think the traffic's going to be a little bit nuts until everybody gets used to it. But they've done a wonderful job out there, and I appreciate their leadership and their involvement in our community. Congratulations to all those graduates. I want to also share congratulations to Jason and Sue Chin. Some of us know Jason and Sue. They run the Good Salt restaurant. They've just been selected as a James Beard Award winner. And they've just opened up a new restaurant, I think, over the Sparrow. I think we helped them out with that, and that's a neat little spot. I was talking with somebody the other day, and I just mentioned it to them, and they said, "Well, tell me about it." And I told them about Jason and told them about Sue. They live in my district, and 4 of their 5 restaurants are in my district. It's just really sweet. And then all of a sudden, I mentioned the names of the restaurants. They go, "Oh, I like every one of those." And I said, "Well, that's Jason and Sue." So they're a great couple to work with. I also want to mention I guess it was last Friday, we had the opportunity to attend a funeral of a very dear friend of this city, Jerry Scheicone. Mayor, thank you. We put a recognition from the mayor and the council to Jerry and his family. Jerry, I've known Jerry for 40 or 50 years. He's always been committed to Central Florida. Although he lives in Winter Garden, he's committed to Orlando, I think, because he grew up in Orlando and moved over to Winter Garden. He was one of those movers and shakers in our community, and a lot of things happened because of what Jerry did in our community. He is a friend of all of us, but most importantly, he has been a friend of our community, and our sympathies go out to Sue and the entire family. Coming up on June 11th, we're having a Understanding Fair Housing series called Welcome Home or Not. It's going to be over at the Rosemont Center. Please get a chance to attend. And it's not too early to mention our safety splash for College Park. It's going to be on August 6th, and then August will be here before you know it. On the agenda, 2 things I want to mention. The bus transportation for our after-school all-stars, and great to have that finalized and handled. It's going to be important to all of our kids. And then the other is the community block grant for the Coalition for the Homeless. So I'm honored to support both of those. So that's all that I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Sheehan.
Well, thanks, Mayor. And of course, I got a new puppy, and I'm a little freaked out right now. I can't sleep, and she's cute as she can be, and she's in my thoughts all the time. So I forgot to thank the two most important people, Eddie and Bill, Corporal Eddie Rosado and Bill Stevens. You guys make me look good every day, even when I'm at my worst. You're always put my best foot forward. So I just want to say thank you. And Bill, I don't know how you keep this disorganized, crazy person on track all the time. I just want to say thank you for that. And you know, you're my longest relationship now. So thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. And yeah, he's outlived the dogs now. So I had the privilege to go to the Orange County Commission meeting last week with Heather Fagan, and we were able to secure a $5 million commitment from Orange County for the Pulse Memorial. And I want to thank Mayor Demings for his amazing comments that he made, because he was there that morning that happened. I want to thank Heather for all her hard work, the Pulse Committee, Baker Barrios and Catalyst for their work. And you know, I think we did a really good job of expressing the need for this community. And I carried a rainbow rosary that was gifted to me by Mayor Jacobs. And that was just very meaningful, because you know what? Sometimes we don't give people a chance to evolve. And I think Mayor Jacobs really evolved in that time. And for one Catholic woman who struggled with her sexuality to be given a rainbow ribbon, a rosary by another Catholic woman who struggled with the issue was a really big deal to me. And it was really amazing to be able to carry that. So I appreciate the Orange County Commission doing the right thing, supporting us. And we also have to remember the county has been with us since the very beginning. So we appreciate all their support. The prayer ribbons are out in front of City Hall. The One Blood is doing a Remembrance Day blood drive on June 12th. And for anyone that needs counseling, this is a very hard week for a lot of people. Orlando United Resiliency Services will be open at the center. You can call 407-228-8272 or the website, thecenterorlando.org/OURS. And like I say, it's a hard week for everybody. We're going to be having a Remembrance Day service as well at First United Methodist Church. Thank them for hosting that. But this is a hard time for a lot of folks. But you know, we'll get through this as a community, and we will get to a point where we're having a meaningful, beautiful memorial built to honor the 49, and that's very, very important. And Mayor Dyer, thank you for your leadership on this. Thank you for setting aside some funding so we can make this happen. And we can't fix the problems of the past. We can only move forward and do the right thing for here on out. And the only thing I really had on the agenda today was glad to see the Walker Hendry House is being used for the ambassadors and the clean team. I think that was a really good fit, and it keeps them in downtown. It gives them a nice place to shove off from, so to speak, to get all over downtown. And I'm distressed about the MWBE programs, Mayor. I think it's terrible that women and minorities who are disproportionately impacted by unfair business practices are now being targeted again. But I'm hoping that we can come up with something that works, you know, fairly. But it's really unfortunate that people don't see that these programs are there to help those who don't have opportunities, and we should be helping them have opportunity. But it's unfortunate we're in this situation, and I don't agree with it, but unfortunately this is what we have. This is the environment that we work on. I just ask people, please, please, please understand what you're voting for, and understand that that elections have consequences, and these are the dire consequences that these elections have brought us. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Rose.
Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations, Commissioner Sheehan, for 25 years. It has been great to work with you, not just here at the dais, but being a former City of Orlando employee, as well as a community advocate and Orlando resident. I'm deeply disappointed by the decision to suspend the Minority Women Business Enterprise Program. This program is not just a policy, it is a critical tool that empowers our community, supports economic equity, and ensures that women and minorities have a fair opportunity to succeed in business. For many, the MWBE program represents a pathway to generational wealth, community investment, and representation in industries where diversity has long been lacking. Its suspension sends the wrong message at a time when we should be doubling down on inclusive growth and support for historically underrepresented entrepreneurs. I'm calling for a swift action that includes the community for us to look at alternatives and ways to strengthen this program that suits federal requirements, because minority and women-owned businesses thrive. When they thrive, our communities thrive. I want to thank Orange County government for funding some of our CDBG-DR projects. In District 5 specifically, we had $8.7 million go towards Harleston Estates stormwater flood mitigation project, $15.7 million in flood mitigation and drain well replacements between districts 5, 6, and 4, and $500,000 for nature-based solutions for flood mitigation. I want to thank Corey and his team for putting the applications together and overhauling during the Orange County meeting last week. Since our last council meeting, District 5 has been busy. A few weeks ago, I had the joy and pleasure of standing at UCF Edition Arena and shaking the hands of over 300 Jones High School students. It was rewarding to see the youth who have spent the last year with, some of them cried, some of them danced, but what was a joy was them closing this chapter and opening the next chapter of their life. I'm proud to say that I have a Jones graduate interning with my office this summer, Brandon. Congratulations to Deanna Little on her appointment to the Orlando Housing Authority Board. She will bring her business development experience to the OHA board, where she can serve as an advocate for entrepreneur and business development to serve OHA residents. And so some may ask why during council meetings I highlight appointments to boards. These are our seats at the table as a community to be able to be a part of how our communities move forward and making sure that we have the right people who will represent the entire community. I want to thank the mayor for joining me at the opening of the South Street Farm. We've had a couple of years of changes there, but some great things in store. We have a greenhouse that's there. It's a true partnership with 26 Health and a neighborhood fridge. And coming soon, Mike, real soon, right, Mike? We're going to have composting for the community, so stay tuned. We will send out flyers to talk about the composting program. If you want to volunteer, please reach out to my office, 407-246-2005, and we'll direct you to sustainability to the correct employees who work in there. I want to thank Project Overdose, which is formerly known as Project Opioid, for providing key life-saving Narcan in our community. Recently, they hosted a community workshop with CareerSource, UCF, and Bank of America to educate the community on how they can save lives by keeping Narcan handy. I want to congratulate Paramore and Mercy Drive Kids Zone graduates, but I want to do a special thank you to FPR team for the advocates who work day in, day out, sun up to sundown, making sure that our kids have a safe haven when they're in this community. They have all the tools and resources. Sometimes the resources are just light, sometimes it's food, and sometimes it's just the mental health counseling that we provide in our kids zone. So I just want to thank the advocates in addition to the graduates who graduated. I want to thank the Veterans Affair. We had a successful, 2 weekends ago, we had a successful Veterans Health Fair where many of our veteran-related community partners came together. For me, this is a dream come to reality. Last year when I campaigned, one of the things I campaigned on is that I was going to support veterans. And so being able to bring the resources together so that we can serve those who have served this country was a joy for me. It was an opportunity to make sure that we provided the necessary services. Special thank you to 100 Black men of Greater Orlando for their positive impact changing the youth lives at Jones High Schools and the scholarships. This past weekend, I was able to attend the Women Empowerment Breakfast, and we have 2 people sitting in the audience who are staff members who are critical. I want to shout out Mr. Reggie McGill as well as Mr. Tim Johnson. They both sit on the board, and they play a critical role in mentoring the young men and women. Although the name is 100 Black Men, they support young men and women in the success of not just getting across the finish line of high school, but it's really cradle to career. They take in the high school students and they mold them, they mentor to them until they're successful in a career post-college. This Saturday coming up, I want to invite everyone to Lake Lawn Dune. We are having our monthly market. There will also be some line dancing. We will also celebrate some of the fathers. This Sunday, I am honoring the fathers with a free fun and food event at Gilbert McQueen Park. On Thursday, June 19th, at 4 p.m. at 1118 West Church Street. We will be unveiling a mural on Church Street, and this is in partners with Mentors of Fatherless Children and Abused Families Corporation, who is sitting here in the audience. I want to thank you all for your partnership. On June 21st, please join me at Lake Lana Dune at 8 a.m. We will be having our hook and reel. I like to fish, so this is an opportunity to bring the community, teach our young people how to fish, and they say teach a man how to fish, they can survive forever. June 21st at Emory Field, Kirby Joseph, who is a Jones High School graduate, and I will be hosting a free football camp at Emory Field starting at 2 p.m. Sign your kids up. For all things District 5, you can always reach out to my office, 407-246-2005. I encourage everyone to follow on social media, District 5 Orlando, on both Facebook and Instagram, to stay tuned with what's going on in the district. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Burns.
All right, thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, fellow commissioners and everyone in attendance today. I'd like to also congratulate Commissioner Sheehan for your service to our community, but also just for your example as a true public servant who does it with integrity. I've learned so much from you in these last 6 years, so thank you. Also, Mayor, as it relates to the MWBE program, I do believe that the move to pause the MWBE program was a prudent one on our behalf, because we do have some federal funding. It's unfortunate that we are in this situation. So I do appreciate the efforts to engage a consultant to redefine the program. But Mayor, I also believe that we cannot use this as an opportunity to abandon our support for our diverse small businesses, because they make up our community. And as Commissioner mentioned, oftentimes these governmental contracts are their first step into prosperity, their businesses growing, and them getting other contracts outside in the private sector. So again, Mayor, I'll make myself available to continue to work in how we move forward with this program. Also, there's a group I'd like to acknowledge who are here with us. Dr. Fayshonda Cooks, she's here with the nursing students of UCF College of Nursing, who I understand will be graduating soon in August. Yeah, okay, well, thank you all for being here, and congratulations, and thank you. Oh, they're all over here. Okay. Okay. Them both.
Which group is it? You guys stand up.
Yeah, let's stay here. The College of Nursing. There we go. Okay. All right. So, Dr. Cooks, thank you for your work, and congratulations. And we look forward to you all serving and providing great health care in our community. Also, I wanted to acknowledge a friend of mine, Mike Arrington, who's sitting in the back with Provisions Construction. Mike and I go way back, but he is assisting with some of the small business involvement with the Camping World expansion. So thank you, Mike, for everything you've done. And Mike, I think, has benefited from the MWBE program as well. So we'll continue to work to preserve our support for that. Also, on May 20th, I supported the Athletes Connection Foundation Charity Scholarship event that was held in the City Hall Rotunda. Also, I attended the Epic Universe grand opening. While Epic Universe is in unincorporated Orange County, we do expect to see some great economic boost, not just in Orange County, but in the city of Orlando, increased tax revenues. We're hoping that they will help to drive more traffic to existing and new businesses in the city of Orlando. And also just enhance the entire iDrive experience. So we're excited for Epic Universe. Also on May 27th, I had the pleasure of attending the Paramore Kids Zone and Holden Heights Kids Zone graduation. It was great to see those individuals who will be graduating from a program that has provided so much support to them. Also, on the 28th, I attended the Metro West Masters Association open house. Had a good time there. On May 29th, I joined Mayor Dyer in the ribbon cutting of the Phase 1 of the Grand National Drive Capacity Improvement Project. So we're excited about the safety that will bring to to North I Drive. Also, May 31st, I held my For the Student Success Scholarship Brunch, where we awarded 10 scholarships to high school graduating seniors. And those scholarships are made possible through donations from our For the Children's Celebrity Golf Tournament that's held every year. This year, it will be August 22nd at Shingle Creek, so I encourage you all to come out and play and continue to help us provide scholarships to our youth. Also, I'd like to, on the agenda, 3A1, I'd like to show my support for my new digital communication specialist, Miss Amari Godwin. She's in the audience here, so we're excited, and I definitely support her contract. A few upcoming events: Wednesday, June 11th and June 25th, I'll have my satellite office hours at the L. Claudia Allen Senior Center from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. If you'd like to meet with me outside of City Hall, this would be a great time to do so. Also, Monday, June 16th, I will have my District 6 Town Hall meeting. So I want to encourage everyone to come out, let your voice be heard, hear some of the exciting things that are happening within District 6, but within the city as a whole. So that will be held at 6 o'clock at the James R. Smith Center. With that, Mayor, I conclude my statements. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Gray, bring us on home.
I will do it, Mayor. Thank you. And as always, my colleagues have covered all the issues. So I will move the approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and so the motion carries. Okay, if there's anybody that's just here for the consent agenda, now would be a great time for you to take your leave. Otherwise, we're going to recess the City Commission meeting. We're going to convene the CRA meeting. David, what do you got for us? Well, actually, I'll take the first one, which is meeting minutes from the April 21st, 2025 CRA meeting. Motion by Commissioner Stewart, second by Commissioner Rose. All in favor indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, 4B, we've deleted, so 4C, David.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, council members. So this item, this is the license agreement between the CRA and the city for the Walker Hendry House that Commissioner Sheehan mentioned in the opening. This is the yellow house, as it's referred to, underneath the 408 right here by Lake Lucerne. It was built in the 1890s. It was moved to that location in the 1980s. And this agreement just allows us to house our clean team as well as our ambassador team there and ultimately handle the expenses associated with that building. We estimate those to be about $15,000 a year.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Rose. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. David?
That is all, Mayor.
Okay, then we will stand adjourned as to the CRA. We will reconvene the City Council meeting. We are on hearings, ordinances, second reading. 12A, Madam Clerk, if you could read the title.
Ordinance number 2025-9, ordinance of the City of Orlando, Florida, annexing to the corporate limits of the city certain land generally located south of Arthur Avenue, west of Edgewater Drive, and east of Grant Boulevard, and a portion of Arthur Avenue generally located to the east of Grant Boulevard and to the westerly portion of Edgewater Drive, and comprised of 0.65 acres of land, more or less, and amending the city's boundary description, amending the city's adopted growth management plan, to designate the property as mixed-use corridor medium intensity and resource protection on the city's official future land use maps, designating the property as medium intensity mixed-use corridor with the Wekiva resource protection and appearance review overlays on the city's official zoning maps, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use and zoning maps, providing for severability, correction of Scrivener's error, permit disclaimer, and an effective date.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Stewart, second by Commissioner Sheehan. Madam Clerk, any requests from the public?
No speakers, Mayor.
Are there any on any of these?
Excuse me?
Are there any requests from the public?
No speakers, Mayor.
Okay. If you're here for general appearance, we didn't just say this is just on the ordinances, so don't worry. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. Okay, 12B.
Ordinance number 2025-10, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the city's adopted growth management plan to assign the industrial future land use map designation in part and the conservation future land use map designation in part to approximately 428 acres of land generally located south of State Road 528 and east of Monument Parkway, further amending the city's growth management plan to establish a new sub-area policy for the same property, to provide a maximum development program and required land development regulations, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. Clerk's indicated we don't have any members of the public that wish to speak. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. All right, 12C.
Ordinance number 2025-11, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, designating certain land generally located south of State Road 528 and Alafaya Trail, west of Innovation Way, and north of the Osceola County jurisdictional lines, and comprised of 3,090 acres of land, more or less, as urban reserve in part and conservation in part on the city's official zoning maps, providing for amendment of the city's official zoning maps, providing a disclaimer, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. We have no members of the public that wish to speak on this matter. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. 12D.
Ordinance number 2025-15, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the city's adopted growth management plan to assign the urban village, urban reserve, and conservation future land use map designations to approximately 7,797 acres of land, generally located north and south of State Road 528, south of Alafaya Trail, west of Innovation Way, and north of the Osceola County jurisdictional lines, further amending the city's growth management plan to establish sub-area boundary area 41, sub-area policy S.41.1, and sub-area policy S.41.3, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. We have no requests to speak. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. 12E.
Ordinance number 2025-16, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, designating certain land generally located north and south of State Road 528, south of Alafaya Trail, east and west of Innovation Way, and north of the Osceola County jurisdictional lines, and comprised of approximately 4,700 acres of land as planned development on the city's official zoning maps, providing a development regulation plan and special land development regulations of the planned development district, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, permit disclaimer, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Stewart. We have no requests to speak. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. 12F. You're on a roll, Commissioner Gray.
Ordinance number 2025-17, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, designating certain land generally located south of State Road 528 and east of Monument Parkway, and comprised of 428 acres of land, more or less, as planned development and conservation, providing a development plan and special land development regulations of the planned development district, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, permit disclaimer, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Stewart. We have no requests to speak. Discussion. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, motion carries. 12G.
Ordinance number 2025-18, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the city's adopted growth management plan to change the future land use map designation for approximately 0.13 acres of land generally located east of North Summerlin Avenue, north of East Washington Street, west of Hill Avenue, and south of East Jefferson Street, from office low intensity to neighborhood activity center on the city's official future land use maps, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date. So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Sheehan, second by Commissioner Rose. We have no speakers. My son represents the landowner for this particular ordinance, so I am going to abstain from the vote on this, and I have filed the appropriate paperwork. Discussion, further discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? So the motion carries. Okay, back to Commissioner Gray, 12H.
Ordinance number 2025-19, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the city's adopted growth management plan to designate the property as urban village on the city's official future land use maps, amending the boundary lines in the text of sub-area policy S.35.7 to include the property, providing for amendment of the city's official future land use maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, and an effective date.
Move to approve. Second.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Ortiz. We have no speakers. Discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And 12I.
Ordinance number 2025-20, an ordinance of the City of Orlando, Florida, amending the land development regulations of the Lake Nona Plan Development zoning district relating to certain land generally located north of the Orange-Osceola County line, south of Dowden Road, east of Boggy Creek Road, and west of Narcousie Road, and comprised of 9,053 acres of land, more or less, providing for amendment of the city's official zoning maps, providing for severability, correction of scrivener's error, permit disclaimer, and an effective date.
Move to approve.
Motion by Commissioner Gray, second by Commissioner Stewart. We have no speakers. Discussion, hearing none, all in favor of the motion indicate so by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, and so the motion carries. That concludes the agenda business for today. Ed, would you get us ready for general appearance, please?